السلام عليكم. يسعد مساكم جميعا and welcome to our today's workshop, which is going to be about the 5 C's to effective business writing. Sorry for the technical issues that we have, but let's save some time and let me thank Mr. Kamal Shawahneh for taking the lead to present this workshop. So, brother Kamal, the floor is yours. You may start now.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Brasim, for the introduction. I couldn't hear, but still, I'm sorry for that. Everybody can hear me, but you can't hear me. I can't hear anybody. Though the microphones are excellent and the audios are excellent on my laptop. But anyway, if you want to ask or if you want to check anything, you can use the chat box. For the audience, can you hear me very well and can you see my screen clearly? Most of you say yes. If yes, and that is the case, then we can start. I'd like to again thank you again and again for coming and for attending and for your interest in all the workshops. Thank you, very good, very good. Akram is here with us, very good. As you can see, dear ladies and gentlemen, today's workshop is one part of the technical writing series, and this is the 15th workshop, as you can see. And we'll have about 9 more to come in the coming 4 to 5 weeks. Today's workshop, again, as you notice, is about the 5 C's to effective business writing. The 5 C's to effective business writing. 5 C's here, I'm sure that it is kind of a secret or a symbol for everybody. Maybe everybody is asking, what are these 5 C's? What is meant by these 5 C's? The whole workshop will be about these 5 C's. Before I start with the main topic, I have very, very simple and easy and short questions for you. The first question is, how many workshops have you attended at the Academic Writing Center so far? Can you write the number very quickly in the chat box? The number of workshops you have attended? Oh, Iman, none. So the first time. 2, 3, all of them. Very excellent, Ahnan. You should have all the certificates. Very good. 4, all, Amal, all the certificates will be on the way to you, and everybody, all excellent. Very excellent. This one, you must be very lucky. All of them, fantastic. Very excellent. Second short question is, do you still remember any of the technical writing series workshops? And the last 2, and before this, the previous 2 were about technical writing. Can you remember them? Law writing, excellent, North, very excellent. Law writing, excellent. Or legal writing, principles of all legal writing, fantastic. The other one, can you remember it? Okay, the other one, if you still remember, is, yes, writing reports in 10 steps. Dr. Shamil, yes, business writing is today's workshop. Thank you, Dr. Shamil. So we finished the first and the second, writing reports in 10 steps, and principles for all legal writing or law writing. Very good. So today's workshop is going to be the third, actually, the third workshop. We finished with these two questions. The third workshop in technical writing. And on the screen, you can see all the four technical writing series workshops. We finished with the red ones. That is writing reports and legal writing. I'm doing my best, Samah, to raise my voice. I'm trying to trying to shout even, Allah. I'm trying to shout in order for you to hear me. If it is your case, Samah, you can leave and rejoin. Sometimes it works, inshallah. The second was principles for all legal writing. Today, it is going to be, as you can see, the 5 C's to effective writing, which is again under technical writing. Next Wednesday, we'll have the last technical writing workshop about job application package. Job application package. For our very important, actually, our very important series or workshop today, as you can see, it is about business writing. Before we start with the details, it's good to have an idea about the concept, the meaning, what is meant by business writing. What do you think business writing is? When you say business writing, law writing, writing reports, job application, what do you think? What kind of writing? Excellent, yes. Business correspondence, fantastic. Dr. Shamil, mashallah. Oh, you should be presenting the workshop today, Dr. Shamil, mashallah. Akram, mashallah, commercial writing, fantastic. Teacher of business writing, Akram, mashallah. Letters of credits, memos, proposals, fantastic, fantastic. Quotations, offers, emails, excellent by clients and business represent, fantastic, fantastic. In short, alaykum salam. In short, ladies and gentlemen, business writing is workplace writing. It is mostly workplace writing. It is one form of technical writing, of course, and it includes, as you mentioned in your excellent examples in the chat box, it includes a wide range of different formats and writing jobs. These jobs include both internal communication, you mentioned correspondence, you mentioned the communication, negotiation contracts, mashallah. So it includes both internal communication, when we say business and workplace. So it can be both internal communication within the company, the institution, the firm, the corporation, and the external communication as well, interfacing with the public and organizations outside the workplace or outside the company. So it covers every field and aspect related to business, inside and outside. Very good, very good, very good answers. Thank you for the feedback and the answers and the input. Here it is, actually, as you can see it. So it is, in short, workplace writing and one form of technical writing. I think it's clear now. Now let's think together of the forms of business writing, though, mashallah, some great people in the chat box wrote most of them. What do you think are the forms of business writing? Again, I'm sorry, I can't hear you. You can write the answers in the chat box if you don't mind. The forms, the types, the sorts, the kinds of business writing. Can you write the forms of business writing that you know? Excellent. Emails, faxes, facsimiles, CVs, fantastic. MashaAllah. Emails, letters, excellent Samahar and Shamil and Khulud, MashaAllah. Fantastic. Excellent. These are very good and very common and very important forms of business writing. Appraisals, Dr. Shamil, MashaAllah. Wallah, we are very lucky you are with us today, Dr. Shamil. Very good. Yes, actually, all your answers are great and excellent and very helpful. Yes, as you can see, these are some. La, mashallah, you're our teacher, Dr. Shamil. Electronic mail. Remember, email stands for electronic mail. Memorandum and memo, mostly internal inside the company. Letters, facsimile or fax. Resumes, CVs, you mentioned CVs, mashallah, biodatas. Reports, that was, if you remember, our first workshop in technical writing, reports. Proposals, newsletters, meeting agendas. Fantastic, inshallah, Dr. Shamil. Yeah, manuals, catalogs, meeting agenda, handbook, inventory. Very excellent answers. You answered, you helped me. Now, the next question about these forms, ladies and gentlemen, is what do you think the most common form in business writing among these forms is? Which one is the most common? What do you think? Excellent, mashallah. Excellent. Yeah. Fantastic. Yeah, look at most of the answers say emails. Some say letters, proposals, reports. Excellent. But as you notice, the majority agree on emails. That is electronic mails. Resumes, excellent. Yeah, everybody should have a resume. Everybody uses electronic mail every day and sometimes many times even. Very good. Thank you very much. Yeah, these are excellent answers. Actually, they are very valuable answers. Now, again, back to technical writing series. We mentioned reports, and you mentioned these as forms of technical writing in business writing. And you mentioned, and we talked about law and legal writing. Today, we are going to talk about business writing. When we talk about business writing, ladies and gentlemen, there is something which distinguishes business writing from other types of technical writing. They are nearly the same under the same category and under the same series, but business writing is a little bit distinguished by something. You can easily guess that something. If you look at this slide, the slide I'm displaying now, ladies and gentlemen, and if you look at the types of technical writing, reports, law writing, business writing, and our coming workshop will be about job application, etc. And if you look at the forms of business writing, you can easily guess the difference or what distinguishes business writing from other types of technical writing. MashaAllah, you started writing. Business writing has many forms, unlike others. Excellent note, Lindsay. Very excellent. Other factors or elements or answers or reasons? What do you think? This is very excellent note. Thank you very much for that. Yes, it has many forms, if you notice. When we say reports, very few kinds of reports. Law writing, it's only one kind of writing. Application, it's one part. Excellent, Akram. Business terms, fantastic. It's only about business. Dr. Shamil, excellent. And sometimes with the informal and formal emails, use jargon. Fantastic. Very excellent. Okay, all your answers are excellent. I would like to add one more simple thing, which you mentioned actually, which is if you look at all the forms of business writing, you can easily notice that all these forms, or most of them, are used by everybody. Everybody is using emails nowadays. Everybody should have a CV. Most of the people have meetings and agendas. At work, most of the people write and send memos, letters, fax mails, and so on. This is another point, which is an advantage for business writing. Yeah, good. On what we will focus in writing. Very good, very good. Yeah. So, yeah, if you notice, business writing, we all use it most of the time, not like law writing and reports or job packages. Very good. Now coming to the heart of our, or the core of our workshop for today, the secret of the 5 C's. What are these 5 C's? Whenever you read this title, you should always ask, what is meant by these 5 C's? What do people mean by these 5 C's, especially in business? Uh, Actually, these are five criteria and 5 standards, which are again the most common. Sometimes people have 7 C's, could be the 7 C's, because we need a lot of standards and criteria in order to make our writing or business writing very effective. And remember here, we're not going to talk only about business writing in general. We are going to talk about and explain how business writing is very effective, or could be very effective for us. Now, I gave you about 10 words, and we are going to choose 5 of them. Just guess what we are going to talk about when we say 5 C's. We have these words: care, correct, cute, clear, candy, courteous, conclude, complete, content, concise, excellent, Iman. Yes, clear, concise, complete, content, complete, content, excellent, clear, courteous, conclude, complete, content, mashallah. Anwar, concise, content, courteous, fantastic, fantastic. MashaAllah, excellent answers. You must all be, MashaAllah, business writing teachers. Excellent, MashaAllah, thank you. Akram, Dur, Iman, excellent, excellent, yes. Very excellent, yes. Most of the answers are wonderful. Excellent, excellent. Alyubi, Iman, very excellent, yes. Very excellent. And more, by the way, there are more even. But again, the most common, as you can see, are these 5. They are all, or they all start with the letter C. That's why they are called 5 C's. The first one you started with, you mentioned clear. That is clarity, very excellent. And you mentioned concise, mashallah, many times. That is conciseness. And you mentioned correct, that is correctness, excellent. The number 4, you mentioned it even, mashallah, courteousness. And you mentioned complete many times, which is number 5, completeness. So these are the main characteristics, the main standards, the main conditions. Yeah, clearness, that is clarity, Marwa, very excellent, mashallah. Do whatever you would like to do, Samar. The floor is yours and everything is yours. So yes, they are again clarity. We want to explain and to take some examples about clarity, conciseness, correctness, courteousness, and completeness. So as you can see, and since we mentioned the most common ones, which are needed by everybody, not only by business people. So, and to me, I chose the electronic mail, that is email, in order to have practice on emails and show how the clarity, conciseness, correctness, courteousness, and completeness will be used and will be applicable to the emails. Let's start again with the definitions of these excellent ideas or conditions or variables. You mentioned clearness, that is, as you can see, clarity, we call it clarity, a very good thing. Whenever you write, remember, when we say clarity here, that's why, remember, the main use, the main function of language, why we use language to communicate. Language is a means of communication. And remember, for clarity, I can speak to you, but sometimes you cannot understand me. So I might change the ways of expressing myself. Sometimes I use body language in order to make something clear. So whenever we communicate in any form of communication, written, spoken, we must be clear. The reader or the listener should understand. Remember again, reading and listening are comprehension skills. If you read, as a good reader, you should understand. If you listen, you need to understand as a good listener. And that is, again, the main use of language. We need language, we use language in order to communicate. So if we can't understand each other, if I can't understand your writing, if I read without understanding, that's not good reading. If I hear you, but I can't understand you, there is something wrong by the speaker or by the listener's comprehension skills. So clarity means, again, being clear. I think it's clear for everybody. And we'll take some examples and we'll apply all of these things on one email, actually, in all the slides, the coming slides. Second one, you mentioned it. And mostly when you mention something, I'm sure that you know what is meant by this something. Uh, yeah, can we define clarity as absence of course, Dr. Shamil, yes. Yeah, it's the opposite of ambiguity. It is very excellent, Dr. Shamil, yes. Thank you very much. Second one is conciseness, as you can see, and conciseness means being brief, writing something clear in as few words as possible. You shouldn't write a lot of things in order to mean something. You should be very concise. Oh, you need the full screen because sometimes, Sister Abir, I need to see the chat box and okay. Although the chat box is very important for me. Okay. Is that enough? Is that okay, dear Abir? Yes, excellent, Dr. Shamil. Back to conciseness, you need to be, yes, to the point. Stick to the point, focus on the point. You always write or speak in order to convey a message. So you need to focus on this message. You don't have to explain a lot of things to be beside the point and etc. Yes, excellent, Dr. Shamil. You have to be brief and no need for long explanation and long interpretation and etc. So be to the point. Thank you, Dr. Shamil. Number three, you mentioned that, mashallah, in your answers, correctness. Very excellent. When we say correctness, again, this is something very important when we write. In order to make our writing again clear, we need to write correct language, correct wording, correct structure, correct grammar, correct spelling, and so on. Yes, you need to write correctly with good grammar, good spelling, good wording, and etc. Thank you very much. Number four, courteousness, which is in business, especially in business, and even in life in general, but especially in business. Courteousness means, again, being respectful, being polite, being considerate, being careful. You respect the people you are addressing, or you are listening to, or reading for. So this is, again, very important, ladies and gentlemen, when you write, especially in business. And number five is, again, the one you mentioned, completeness. When we speak or when we write, we should always convey the message as it is, the whole message, meaning being complete by having all necessary parts or elements or steps for the reader to act, especially in business. If you are requesting three things from a marketing manager in another company, for example, you should write about the three things. You should stick to the three things. You should be to the point and talk about the three things in order for your message to be complete, to be comprehensive, and to include everything you want in a successful or a very successful way, in fact. So these are the five C's in business writing. As I told you, some people call them the seven C's. And seas here are not oceans, be careful. People who focus on the seven C's, they usually mean, yeah, our five plus two, as you can see here: completeness, conciseness, consideration, correctness, clarity, courtesy, and correctness. Very, very close to ours, especially when we say consideration and courtesy, there could be one, which is courteousness. Here they added more. Yes. Our focus again is going to be on our five C's today. Let's start applying what we talked about. Let's apply our skills now on, again, an email. As I told you, I chose an email because it is the most common, and everybody writes emails, sometimes one email or two or three every day. It's the most common, and we need it. Everybody needs it in business and in other fields of writing and communication. If you can see the email, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to answer these three questions about the email and take 1 minute to read the email. Then answer these three questions. Yes, no, of course. Can you read, oh, sorry, can the reader understand this message, my message here in the email? And if you read it, can you understand it? Is the language used clear enough? Is it to the point? Dr. Shaman Marshall, is it to the point? You mentioned this excellent expression. Everybody is saying yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Samaher, Habir, Samaher, Sarah, Iman. Iman says no, means I'm not a good writer, Iman. Very good. Yeah. Others, excellent, excellent, excellent. Yes, very excellent. Thank you, Anwar, Iman, no. Very good, very good, very good. Yes, as you can see, most of the good people in the audience, among the audience, all of the people who say yes must be good, very good. Oh, Shamil, you say no because he doesn't refer to, etc. Good, good, very good. Yeah. Yeah, I remember my questions were, can you understand? Is the language clear? Is it to the point? I need only these three questions at this point of time. Exactly. Somehow, very good. Maran, very good. In fact, to my point, yeah, according to my point of view, uh, it is clear. I think anybody who reads this email can understand, can see clear language, and if you notice, it is to the point. If you start with dear sir or madam, I would like to know more about your diet products, which I saw in Arab Times. Could you please send me a copy of your catalog? I'll be very thankful if you send more details about Nestle water. I think I can understand any message like this. I'm requesting more about diet products. This is clear. I'm requesting a copy of the catalog, clear, and I'm asking for more details about Nestle water. Now, what I meant here, dear sisters and brothers, or no, sorry, brothers and sisters this time, because we use ladies and gentlemen. So the other way we should use brothers and sisters. So yeah, what I meant here is when I send an email to the company, to the marketing manager, to the any unit or department in a company, do they understand my request? Do they know what I mean? Yeah, to me, I think yes. They have to send me diet products. They have to send me a copy of the catalog. They have to send me more details about Nestle company. Three requests, complete. To me, I think clear, correct. The language even I think is correct. So not always aside, not always. Ladies and gentlemen, but sometimes if we use brothers and sisters, brothers should be before or first. Sorry, I'm only kidding. You're always, mashallah, great. Always, alas, always. I'm sorry. Okay, so yeah, this is one actually kind of clarity. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, remember, sisters and brothers, the point here was about clarity. I noticed that some of you added something else. I wanted the details, Dr. Shamil, and dates and days. Here we were talking only about clarity. Is this email clear? Yes, actually it is clear. So this is one good practice about the first part, which is clarity. Second part is about conciseness. Here it is. Here it is. Yeah, look at this. Again, here you need to focus, sisters and brothers, you have to focus on conciseness, meaning as short as possible, short, but most effective, of course, short but specific, short but direct, short but covers the topic, short but covers my requests, it completes the message, and so on. I'd like to again try to have 1 minute or 1 minute and a half, read this email and tell me whether it is concise, to the point, or not. Thank you. Ladies, you should start. Sisters, you should start with the email. Excellent, 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 Mary, Sasha, Dr. Shamil, Iman, Muhsina, excellent answers. MashaAllah. Fantastic, Abir. Very excellent. Yeah, if you notice, yes, thank you. You're right. All of your answers are excellent and are correct and to the point. Yeah, if you notice, if you look at this email, remember it was the same email, but we added a lot of details. Dear Sir Madam, thank you for your ad in today's newspaper issued in the early morning. What do we have to do with the early morning? Is that important? No, at all. Of February the 24th, 2020. I liked your news very much. It contained everything about food and drinks. All of these things are unnecessary, as you mentioned, Mary and other sisters and brothers. They are all redundant. They are extra. We don't need them. I would like to know more about, if you notice the red color, this is the exact, the correct, the concise, the clear message. If you continue with the black writing, the catalog will show me the healthy food in the country. It has 200 pages. It's too long and detailed. No need, sisters and brothers, for all of these things. The last part, look at this again about distilled water. This water is better than any mineral water in the Middle East market because I think it is very, very, very healthy and clean. Redundancy, unnecessary wording, unnecessary ideas, unnecessary details. We don't need them actually. So the best thing here is to be again to the point. You don't need to write all of these things, especially in business. Brothers and sisters, in big companies, in some big companies, some stars, VIPs, business people, sometimes they receive thousands, thousands of emails and facsimiles every day. And they can't read all of this and they can't respond to all of these things. Sometimes a director or a manager in your institution cannot read all the emails because of the too many emails they receive. So that is conciseness. So please be to the point. Don't write extra things. Don't write unnecessary things. Thank you very much. Thank you for your understanding, actually. If we move to the next slide, which is very simple and very easy, it's about, again, correctness. Correctness here, we mean correct facts. Remember, this is business. Facts are very important. Correct data or data, correct level of language. Remember, we are all teachers, or most of you are teachers, and we teach writing, and we care a lot for correct language, correct spelling, correct grammar, correct punctuation. You know these skills, ladies and gentlemen. When we write, we all need good punctuation. Remember, a comma sometimes, two commas sometimes, quotations sometimes, they make a big difference. If you move the comma from here to there, before this word or after that word, sometimes it changes the whole meaning of the sentence or of the message. Meaning, we should have correct punctuation. We should know how and when to use this comma and that question mark, this exclamation mark, the full stop, etc. When I talk about this, gentlemen and ladies and gentlemen, sorry, uh, I always remember, I keep in mind my students' writing. They always have a lot of punctuation marks and mistakes. And I remember today, a student wrote about 10 ideas. He was asked to write 10 sentences in a paragraph consisting of 10 sentences. He wrote the 10 ideas, separated them all by commas, no full stop at all. Imagine a whole paragraph ended only with one full stop. All the ideas were in one sentence without linking words, without full stops. Sometimes these are big problems if writers do not use correct punctuation. The same with grammar. Remember, there is a big difference between present perfect and simple future, simple past, and a lot of differences. Collective nouns, singular, plural. Spelling is the same. Remember, for spelling, if there is one mistake, it makes a big difference. A big difference. Yeah, sometimes it could be funny, sometimes it could be ridiculous, sometimes it could be embarrassing. Remember the words in Arabic and in English, bark and park, pray and pray. They are very embarrassing if we make mistakes with them. Level of language, again, should be very good standard. The facts and the data you want to use should be correct. For example, sometimes people make fatal mistakes when they write numbers in business. If you want to write 15 million and you write it 50 million, this is killing. Or the opposite. If you are requesting $50 million and you wrote it as 15, that is disastrous. That you can't be a manager in that company. You shouldn't stay at that company because you are destroying everything because of one word, 50, 15, 60, 16. So yes, the facts and the data should be very clear. Sometimes in business, they use correct data for documentation. Documentation is very important in business. I think it's clear now for correctness. The second, or the next, sorry, point or slide is again very important, which is courteousness. It can be courtesy, it can be consideration, it can be care, meaning respecting the reader, being polite, considerate, humble, showing importance, using positive language, pleasing the reader. And remember, these values, brothers and sisters, or sisters and brothers, as you like, these values are very important in our daily life. We should, we should respect others in general. We should be polite with others in general. We should consider, we should be humble, we should show the importance, we should please others, we should use positive language whenever we talk or write. Now, our focus here in business, it is a must. It is a must in order not to be misunderstood, in order not to create unhealthy atmosphere in business. You have to be, again, respecting, polite, considerate, humble, etc. That's sometimes why there is a difference in communication. Let's say in emails, there is a big difference between formal email and informal email. Whenever it comes to formal email, we should always have these values. With informal emails, remember sometimes, and some writers, they don't care a lot for good level of language, positive language, showing importance, being considerate, being very polite, respecting others, because you might be writing to your friend, you might be writing to your brother or your father. It can be easy. But in formal, and remember, business is formal way of writing. So actually, you need to take care of being courteous. Let's have a look at these two emails. And I want you to, again, in the chat box, tell me or give me your opinion about these two emails, the difference between them, whether they are good or not. Take, again, 1 minute as usual. Did you get my point? Excellent, excellent. I can see very, very excellent answers. Excellent. Nof, Ms. Iman, Sarah, Mary, Dr. Shannon. Very excellent. Yes, ladies are always correct. Anwar, yes. You have to agree with ladies, yes. Excellent, Salma. Samahir, fantastic. Marwa, thank you. Well, actually, you are professional in business writing. Most of you are very professional in business writing. See, yeah, Muhsina, the first one is so pleasing and nice. Very good idea. Very good. Very good, very good. If you notice, all the answers actually are wonderful, wonderful answers. Yes, if you look at the first one, dear sir or madam, polite introduction. I would like to know more about your healthy and famous diet products, praising and pleasing, positive language, which I saw in Arab Times, full stop. Could you please send me a copy of your catalog? Instead of send me, notice, could you please? Very polite request. Yes, next. Instead of I'll be thankful, I'll be very thankful if you send me details or more details about. Thanks again. Notice, thanks again, your name, etc. Very good, very good. So yes, if you notice, the first one is very respectful, very polite. I noticed some of your comments and ideas. You mentioned that the second one is or looks rude. Yes, it doesn't look polite. Looks rude. Very good. Yes, actually, you're right. Yeah, look at the second one without dear. Sir, madam, you're talking in the downtown and a popular market. I want more. I want. Notice, I want. It's not polite enough. More about your products in the Saudi newspaper. Send me a copy. No politeness at all. A copy of your catalogs. Do send more details about Nestle Water. Not polite at all. H. Al-Malki, manager, without any positive closing, regards, wishes, etc. Yes, actually, I think it is clear now since your comments and all your answers were wonderful and correct. Very good. Yeah, these are commands, Marwa, and orders, instructions instead of nice language, pleasing others, considering others, and showing the importance of others and their products. You are commanding, you are requesting. Very good. The last factors or point or standard, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, is completeness. And actually, we refer to this during our talk about the other four. So if you notice here, yes, completeness is, did you cover all the parts of the message? All elements the reader needs to read or you want to convey? You need, in our email, remember, we requested three things, if you remember: diet products, copy of catalog, and details about Nestle water. Now, in your email, you should always ask yourself, did I ask about the three things? Did I ask about all the things I want? Did I ask about all the three things my company, my university, my faculty, my college, my institute, my institution needs? You should always have this question in mind. If the answer is yes, this means that your message, your email, your communication is complete. Again, if you look at our example, dear sir or madam, I would like to know more about your diet products, no more diet products, which I saw in Arab Times newspaper, not other newspapers or sources or media. Could you please send me a copy of your catalog, second request, and more details about Nestle water. The three parts, the three requests are there, are covered, and are complete. I think now it is clear as an example. Now I want you to look at one email, if you don't mind, a very short email. Please read the following email, find the mistakes according to what we explained, and correct them. If you don't mind, please take 1 minute or 2 minutes, read, and tell me what's wrong with this email, this communication. Tell me, can you see any clarity, conciseness, correctness, completeness, courteousness in this email or not? Excellent, excellent, Samaha, Dr. Shamil, no, fantastic, fantastic. Politeness lacks many aspects, excellent. KSA, fantastic. Punctuation, all aspects, Ms. Iman, all aspects are missing. Definitely right. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Fantastic. Fantastic. Dear, excellent. Inappropriate language, Dr. Shamil, yes. Excellent, MashaAllah. Yeah. Don't be late as usual. Yeah, good, very good, MashaAllah. Fantastic. The ending, closing. Yes, Iman. Hemo. Very good. This is not formal, it's signature. No kind, no polite, no nice language, no importance, no consideration. Numbers don't match. This is very dangerous in business. If the numbers don't match, this is killing, fatal in business. Very fatal mistake. Not dated, fantastic. Not nice. Excellent, excellent notes and comments. Very excellent input. Capitalization, punctuation, you mentioned that. Excellent, very excellent. Yes, brothers and sisters, all your answers can be applied to this disastrous email. Yeah, if you look at the beginning, dear, even not dear manager, not dear supervisor, no comma, or sometimes colon in business. They use colons in business. I need 2000 between two brackets. Look at the 2000. It is written as 200. Excellent, Iman. In short, and Dr. Shamit, yeah, spacing. In short, it has no 5 C's. Instead of 5 C's, it has 4 rivers or 5 rivers. Huh? Yes. 200 is different from 2000, which is very, very dangerous in business. Samples, no full stop. Send them instead of please send them, and so on. The following address, look at the address. It's not very, very clear, actually. And if you look at the next, King Abdulaziz University, no capitalization, no commas before Jeddah and after Jeddah. KSA, small, not capital. Excellent. Samples of what? Very excellent. Fantastic. Wishes, no capitalization, no punctuation. Hemo, it's not very polite, not very nice, etc. So this is unacceptable, ladies and gentlemen, because it has none of the 5 C's. Yes, excellent, Marwa, Dr. Shamil. Yeah, hemo, not formal as it should be. Very excellent. It's not a formal email. It's not even a normal email. It can't be a good email. To me, when students write like this in my class, I give them 0 directly. No language. This is not good language at all. Very excellent. Very excellent. Thank you very much. Now, look at this. Just have a look at this email and compare it with the previous email. Yeah, what do you think about this email if you want to compare it to the previous one? Very good. Very nicely written, Sarah. Very good. Maha, informal. Is it informal, Maha, really? The 5 C's are there. Excellent, Iman. Dr. Shamil. Printers. Uh-huh. Yeah, here we're talking about the uh, the trademark, Dr. Shamil. Covers all the aspects, has all the 5 C's, well organized, very good. Samahir, Sarah, Mary, concise and to the point, clear. Mary, very good. Dur, Akram, all completed. Mary, easy to read and to understand, to the point, very clear. The information is clear and simple. Very excellent. So yes, in short, yes. Name is not complete. Uh-huh. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Very good. Dr. Shamil. Aisha, fantastic compared to the, yeah, if you compare it to the previous disastrous jargon or email, this should be considered as an excellent email, formal email, clear, respectful, complete, concise, etc. Yes, you're right. Very good. Very good. Yeah, Dr. Sham. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, should be in the second line. You're right. Very good. Very good. Yes, actually, very, very excellent input, very excellent opinions, very excellent ideas in the chat box from all the valuable audience, mashallah. Today in business writing, you were all professional teachers in business writing. So please convey this message to your students. You teach your students, good to remind them of these things, especially in business writing in particular, and in writing in general. I think that this is the last slide. You're right, Samahir, yeah, marketing supervisor, Colon, Mahmoud, etc. Now, the next and the most important slide for today is about your homework assignment for Wednesday. Okay, thank you again and again for attending and hoping that you have learned something, and I'd like you to use whatever you learned, ladies and gentlemen and ladies. Please make use of what you saw here, what you read here, and no need for the homework. Sorry, no need for the homework. Thank you, everybody. Thanks a lot. It was my pleasure, actually. Very excellent. Yeah, and just to remind you, inshallah, Dr. Basim will post the two links now for the survey, mashallah, and for the YouTube channel. Oh, sorry for that. I clicked on the survey.
All right, so Mr. Kamal, can you hear me? I think you can hear me right now.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yes.
And
Now you have the survey. Please, after you leave, gentlemen. Thank you, Dr. Rowan. Thank you, everybody. That's very kind of you. Was my pleasure. Thank you, Noor, and thank you, Dr. Basim. Thanks a lot. Yeah, just to remind you, for those who always ask about the certificates, gentlemen and ladies, attendance certificates. Remember, you need to fill in or to complete the survey sent by Dr. Basim in the chat box. And the recording of this presentation will be available again on the YouTube channel. The link is there. And for those interested in the slides, this is my email. If you need any other slides, any other workshops, you can email me and just remind me, and I'll send whatever slides you like or presentations to you. Which Dan is asking, can you please check if the link is working? To me, yes, it is working. I checked. Oh, thank you, thank you. It is one of the favorite topics. Very good, very good. I'm happy to hear that. It is very important, Wajdan, yes, actually. And Maha, yeah, it is actually. Thank you very much, Sister Maha. Oh, thank you, Muhammad Abdul Wajid. Thank you for attending. We were honored by your presence, Dr. Muhammad Abdul Wajid. Thank you very much, Amal. Thank you, Al-Anud, and thank you, Abdul Rahman. I couldn't see your questions today, Abdul Rahman. You're always participating and asking. Oh, Akram covered you today. Thank you, Wajdan. Thank you, Mahsana. Thank you all. Inshallah, we'll see you again on Wednesday. Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen, we'll have the last workshop of technical writing, which is going to be about job application package. A very interesting topic, especially for those who are interested in business writing. If you have any questions, please do write them in the chat box, and I'm going to be honored to answer your questions. Thank you, Dr. Basim and Sarah and Mahan. Thank you, everybody. Some good participants are suggesting some topics for our coming workshops. This is something excellent. We really appreciate this. Thanks again. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. I'm just. Oh, very excellent topic. Very excellent topic, Maha. Yes. Sister Maha Al-Murshad suggesting a topic regarding marketing yourself on LinkedIn. A very, very excellent one. We will take it into consideration, dear Maha. Yes, yes. Very excellent. Very, very excellent topic. And I took a note about this, dear Maha. Shall we consider it in our coming workshops? And it must be among them, inshallah. Excellent. Even wallah, for everybody, for everybody. I took a note, and I'm sure that Dr. Basil saw it, and he will like it. Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much. Thank you, Akram. That's very kind of you. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Brother Yahya. Thank you very much. It's very kind of you. Thank you, Dr. Yahya. Thank you, Sister Khulud.
All right. So would like to
Thanks
thank
a lot,
Mr.
Shamil.
Kamal.
We
I
were
don't know if.
really very happy for your attendance, Dr. Shamil. We were honored.
All right, so I think Mr. Kamal can't hear me. So thank you all. Thank you for attending today's workshop. And inshallah, and sorry for the technical issues again. And we hope to see you inshallah on Wednesday, the last workshop, which is going to be about job application and how to prepare uh, your job application. Thank you again. Thank you, Mr. Kamal. We hope we see you inshallah on Wednesday. Thank you all.